Okay, welcome back, guys. We are on to Mirage. We're about to go into the knife round. We're about to draw a winner. Hopefully this time they reply. If not, definitely subs. D. Garvin. Oh, it is a sub. It is also a sub. It was open to everyone, but a sub has won. D. Garvin, you have won the P2000 Fire Elemental Factory New. So, please do answer. Otherwise,
I'll take it.
Otherwise, we'll give it to Hoss. So we are absolutely missing the knife round right now, so hopefully we can get into it. There it is. Have to clear my throat after eating cold chips. Kucher versus 2. I'm not going to cast this. In fact, I'm not going to cast it at all.
Just watch them. Mexican standoff.
Oh, Christ. Oh, Kucher. 2 swings, and that was just terrible.
Third strike and you're out.
If Kucher needs any tutorials on how to knife, then just let me know. I have 5,300 kills on my stat track gut knife.
It's a lot of kills, but it is a gut knife.
From playing Surf Deathmatch.
Nice.
I'm a beast at Surf Deathmatch. That's all I have to say about that. So, casters ready, we can start. Indeed we can.
Yep.
Slam is not on the toilet this time. We should be into this imminently in 1 minute.
Deponeret winning Inferno in a pretty close game. Means they go 1-0 in the series in this best of 3. Should HellRaisers win this, the third map is Dust 2, which means that it really could go either way.
Yes, we saw some amazing, amazing play from Na'Vi. They basically played on their reputation for slow pushes. And Guardian from T-spawn threw a smoke all the way across the top of mid into B by the van, in combination with Edward throwing a smoke from B apps, caused a 4-man rotation from the CTs, which allowed them to go and dominate the A bomb site. It was amazing. You can see it on our YouTube, faceit.com. Oh, I don't know.
You did it again.
YouTube.com/faceit.com. It's all the comms confusing me. So definitely check that out. He also did a really crazy jump. I'm just going to show it to you while we have a second. He did it without even stopping to line things up. He just ran from about here. He jumped onto the windowsill, took a step, and then jumped onto short here. Then went up here and instantly orbed someone who was there, the last player for the CT side. It was absolutely astonishing. Normally people run along that windowsill and jump up here to go towards short, but he did it from here to there much, much faster. It was absolutely amazing. So, we are into the match. Deponeret starting on the CT side versus HellRaisers starting on the less favoured side again. Let's see how it goes.
Yes, we shall. FeTiSh going for the defuse kit early on here, just in case HellRaisers get the bomb down. Going to sneak their way into window. Kjaerbye pushed pretty far up mid, and HellRaisers can almost smell this one coming.
Yeah, so we've got 3 people in apps for HellRaisers heading towards the B bomb site. We've got aizy watching the angle. It is smoked off. They're going to wait for it. Looks like they might be playing contact. That means they're going to try and sneak until they are spotted, and then the rush will begin. Meanwhile, Kjaerbye is just holding that aggressive position. Has seen one person, has seen 2. Going to back off with a teammate for support. That's going to be FeTiSh getting their headshot on Dosia. That should also speed things up in the apps. We're going to see aizy trying to hold things down. There is a counter nade there, but Kuch is going to be the one to get the frag. Nico going to be trying to play from shop, trying to stop this plant. AdreN taking down FeTiSh. Kucher going to plant for short. 1-man advantage for the terrorist side.
And now it's a 2-man after flamie drops Nico. Pimp playing from shop along with Kjaerbye, who picks off 1 frag there. They need to try and retake this. Pimp has salvaged his teammate's defuse kit. He needs to go in here, but Kjaerbye is the first to drop off here. Pimp, 1 versus 3. Not able to find any just yet. He knows there's someone van. He knows there's someone to the right of him, and it's AdreN who picks him off. HellRaisers take the opening round here, 1-0 lead.
Okay, going straight for AKs are the terrorist side. 2 coming out so far. Third one, Kirill. See if Dosia whips out an MP9, but this definitely isn't a map for one of those. Lots of long ranges to be had. Going for the Mac 10, which is slightly better. No armor to speak of on the Deponeret side. They're probably going to be going for an AWP. FeTiSh though with the Deagle. Kjaerbye is going to, well, it's actually going to be aizy to get that frag onto Dosia. So an early advantage, but they have left the B bomb site and the HellRaisers are charging into it.
It's AdreN who has the high advantage on Van. Him and kucher combined to get a kill each as Kjaerbye is coming up from behind. He has the CZ, not able to find the frag onto Angel as HellRaisers are taking this site by storm. Nico does have a SMG in his hands. Good old Mac Daddy. They're going to have to play this one passive, just see if he can get some exit frags.
Absolutely, playing the range of the gun, not good at long quarters. High fire rate as well, so could be favourable for him. flamie looking for him, going to spot his shadow just before flamie spots him. Going to keep the Maxen open, doesn't manage to get the AK. At least he did a bit of economical damage for HellRaisers. It's going to force one extra person to buy up again, but it is 2-0 in favour of HellRaisers. And personally, I cannot wait to see the buy round here for both teams.
Yeah, but it's going to be a great one. Mirage is definitely one of those maps where you can get some good smokes, flashes in both sites and really sell some fakes as HellRaisers with these rifles going to slow walk through Palace, or 3 of them are. Then pop out to see what they can find. Nico might catch a few off guard. He's not able to catch off flamie as HellRaisers pick up 3 frags. Pimp going to be able to get 1. Not able to find any more than that as HellRaisers take a 3-0 lead going into the gun rounds.
Okay, so let's see if the op comes out for Deponeret, and indeed it will. Will be Nico running the show there on the CT side as opposed to FeTiSh in the previous lineup of Dignitas. So let's see if he is going to be facing kucher. Kucher going towards the A bomb site, so Nico may find no engagement at all over here, though Angel is making his way up towards mid. Flash does come in though, which is going to slow him down, as we do have a fast underpass take from HellRaisers as well.
It's a really nice smoke coming out from Nico though, just to stop this one. The double nade's going to go in and miss Nico completely. HellRaisers kind of stuck in this position as FeTiSh picks off AdreN.
Yeah, so let's have a look. flamie is smoked off in Palace. We can see Kjaerbye is underneath Palace at the moment. Dosia is loitering around mid with FeTiSh smoked off in CPL. Dosia is going to be joined shortly top mid with kucher now with that AWP, as well as Angel. So we'll see if FeTiSh goes for the peak there. Has detected some activity in the mid area, and he will back off as Nico is going to take down Dosia. 5 versus 3, now 2-man advantage. 50 seconds remaining on the clock. HellRaisers still in control of the bomb. CTs won't have seen it yet, but they're going to have to rotate and pick it up soon as they are running out of time. Looks like it's going to be kucher to go and pick it up. Or maybe
as not. The CTs just holding their ground. They have no need to push out here. They know they have the advantage. As you just circled, HellRaisers don't have control of the bomb right now. Going to try and maybe go for frags like that as kucher spots the torso of Nico and able to find that kill.
I have to wonder what the end goal here is for HellRaisers here, or if they don't even realize that they don't have the bomb because it's just sitting at the back of them in mid. Now there are 10 seconds remaining, so they have to try and save these weapons. Look like it's going to be a 2-man save in the ladder area, as they're still getting frags in. A few frags, in fact. Only 2 people surviving for Deponeret, so a bit of a bizarre round, but both teams saving some guns. No money for HellRaisers, though, the ones that survive.
Nor Deponeret, though, to be fair. Guns being thrown around.
Things looking a bit ropey for both teams indeed. The scout coming out for Nico as opposed to the York there now. So that's going to be one thing that's significantly different. kucher once again going towards A. Nico still in that mid area. Nobody to challenge him just yet. FeTiSh going to be playing short with that FAMAS, but again, nobody yet for Deponeret. Angel playing a very passive position as he's waiting for a push, and FeTiSh going for that flash peek from a teammate. So one of these players may find themselves with a frag very soon, but FeTiSh just going to keep control of mid by staying up top, keeping an eye on the underpass area. That smoke will give him a bit more confidence and allow the mid player to rotate.
As Angel is only now just peeking, spots FeTiSh, puts him down on half health. That nade's going to go across and not do anything, just force FeTiSh to retreat from that position.
Okay, you can see the rotation coming in through T-spawn, so it looks like it's going to be A, and Deponeret seem to have an inkling as they have 3 CTs on the A bomb site, as HellRaisers are going to set up for these nades. They do give an indication as to what is to come. All these nades, pretty much a guarantee it's going to be an A push here. And just patiently waiting, but there's a Molotov and FeTiSh is flashed. He didn't even know he was on fire. He's going to fall. Very late push and 3 clean kills there for HellRaisers. aizy and Nico remaining scout on an M4 versus 5.
It's going to be a tough one to pull off, but aizy makes it a bit easier there by getting the frag onto Dosia. Looks like they just want to save these guns and make sure they can take them through into the next round, because we saw how strapped for cash both teams were. And Deponeret, obviously the worse side, and losing 3 members isn't going to help that at all, as HellRaisers going to get their 4th round on the board here on T-side Mirage.
Indeed. So again, this is a map where you want to be leading on the CT side, and HellRaisers having a great start right now. Deponeret forced to save for the 2nd round in a row. 8 frags between them on the CT side, and this is going to be a bit of a mixed bag now. You can see aizy and Nico surviving plays from the previous round will continue with their weapons, and not much coming out from Pimp, FeTiSh and Kjaerbye, just pistols, and that's about it.
Yeah, they can't really afford anything, so Kjaerbye's going to go for a bit of a YOLO push into apps, and both him and aizy drop, as FeTiSh is going to try and get a revenge kill, but not finding it. He will jump up, gets headshot straight away, and this is going to be an easy round here for HellRaisers.
So cleanup operation is real, and only flamie going down. It will not be too worried about that whatsoever. Deponeret still with ropey money after 3 players eco and the 2 remaining ones from the save full. So we've got pistols coming out again. This is essentially a double eco here for Deponeret, as HellRaisers look to extend their lead on the T side. This is looking fantastic for them, 5-1. We could be in for a 3rd map here.
We certainly could, but it's early days in this 2nd map. HellRaisers still have a long way to go before they can think about winning this one and pulling it back to 1-1, as Dosia trades 1 for 1 just outside of T-steps, as Deponeret actually pushed quite aggressively and almost got punished for it.
Okay, so 1 kill for either side, as with flankers coming in from connector. No pincer movement will be had though, no push from A. Slope or Palace, as the bomb is rotating towards mid. Pimp could get an interesting flank on the bomb if he manages to push through the smoke, but it's not meant to be, as he is heading towards a more passive position in case they were going short to B. Nico trying to pick off AdreN. AdreN hasn't noticed yet, and with 66 HP he is going to get taken out by Nico, giving Deponeret a 1-man advantage. They only have 1 AK across the 3 players though on the Danish side. Kucher with an AWP versus 3 ecoing players. It's going to make things a bit difficult. flamie gets an important frag as they start to push the B bomb site. It is where the only rifle for Deponeret is at the moment. Nico suddenly picks up the 2nd AK. HellRaisers need to take another man advantage here and need to do it fast. Indeed, it's going to be a trade. Now it's an AWP versus an AK. Kucher is the bomb carrier. 15 seconds remaining, and he isn't entirely sure as to where the CT is. Going to commit to the plant now, as Nico waits patiently. Oh, the timing. Is he going to look in the right place at the right time?
Nico just seeing if he can spot anything. He spots the barrel, gets the headshot, and that's going to lead to defuse. A great eco round there from Deponeret.
Great eco round indeed. And again, now it's going to be 2-5, but it could end up 10-5. So the CTs are definitely not out of this half yet. It's a good start from HellRaisers, but if things fall apart from them, they could be shut out of this half. This is going to be an important round for Deponeret. You can see all the money that's flown in that round. Managing to save 1 gun as well. That's going to be very, very important. That AWP. So, 2nd AWP coming out again for Kucher. Going A once again, as Nico goes into connector as opposed to CPL this time.
I'm going to find anything up mid just yet. Kucher playing safe, waiting to see if anyone from the CTs push aggressively like they have done in the past. Angel gets tagged up by the grenade in B apartments. The bomb is on T-spawn. They've actually still not remembered to pick it up just yet. We'll see whether that costs them later this round, though.
It is a place you can leave the bomb early on in rounds, as your options are still open and you haven't decided exactly where to push. But again, they don't want to leave it there for too long. 1 minute on the clock there. They won't be terribly worried right now. Nobody dead for either side yet. People just fishing, being tentative. Nobody wants to be on the receiving end of the first frag. FeTiSh just peeking through the middle area. Kucher may go and pick up the bomb now as his two teammates in the B apps are retreating and coming over towards the B bomb site. In fact, Kucher will leave the bomb for them to pick up, as maybe he will go for an opening frag with the AWP. Looks like they are going to set up for the set play smokes again. Went very well for them last time. Let's see how it goes for them on this occasion.
They're just ready and waiting. 30 seconds hits. The smokes go over. And that is the entire bomb site smoked off. Pimp can't see a thing here. Has to get into a better position. Gets taken down because of the flashbang. Kjaerbye, though, someone's planting tight left from him. He's able to get one, but it's not the bomb planter. 3 versus 4. This retake's going to be hard. FeTiSh is smoked off, as is aizy, having to push straight through here. They spot one player by steps. There's a second one there. They also spot Angel and able to get that frag. Kucher is the man with the AWP. Gets the headshot. 2-on-2. Deponeret could be able to do something. Nico misses that shot. That would have been key. Gets it the second time round, however. And it's all down to Dosia. 1 versus 2. The bomb's getting defused. He didn't know much about that. And Deponeret salvaged the round. 3-5.
Indeed. I'm not sure if Dosia was aware that it was being defused already, or if he thought they didn't have a kit or what happened there, but unfortunately for him, Deponeret win another round, and that will be quite taxing on the HellRaisers economy, but they will get a complete full buy out once again. This time it's going to be flamie with the AK heading into apps, and Kucher is going to change his position and go towards B. Tries to get this opening frag on the Super Mario Brothers jump, but he's not going to connect. That would have opened up the round very, very quickly indeed. However, it is a 2-1-2 setup from the CT, so not one person playing B on their own. Not that HellRaisers would know that right now. That lack of a frag there may slow things down for the HR team. Again, FeTiSh just holding the short area. Going to look through the window and see if anybody's in the underpass location. Indeed, that's exactly what he's saying, making sure nobody's boosting up.
And HellRaisers, after missing the pick towards A, they're going to rotate back towards B. Angel holding the top of mid, making sure no one pushes aggressively, catches them off guard there. FeTiSh playing passive again here. Kucher getting ready to set this smoke up. However, his teammate could get picked.
I think that is for the shop window, but I'm reluctant to hold this button to see in case it crashes. Push looks like it is going to come in, so Kucher charging second. It's going to be AdreN getting shot in the back of the head. Kucher with an amazing shot at close range there. Cannot afford to miss those ones. 3 versus 3. Bomb is on the floor. 19 seconds remaining. Angel just keeping an eye on the window. The longer HellRaisers take, the more CTs will be in position to stop them planting this bomb. Kjaerbye now coming up short with the flash. 9 seconds remaining here. The bomb is going to go down just in time. HellRaisers making people nervous with their plays here. Skins on the line on all sorts. First frag coming in for the CTs. Trade frag coming in from Angel. 2 versus 2 now.
They know exactly where Kjaerbye is, and Kjaerbye trades 1 for 1 now. After flamie drops him, the HP is certainly in Pimp's favour, but it's flamie who will in fact come out on top there, getting his team the round, and HellRaisers are able to hold on to their lead and force Deponeret onto an eco round. Absolutely
no fear there from flamie. Low health just going to run out, look for a frag, find the frag. 6-3 in favour of HellRaisers. That's going to put Deponeret straight back on to the eco. AWP coming out for HellRaisers once again in the hands of Kucher. Now let's see, HellRaisers, I wonder if they realise that Deponeret are on the eco again. They are quite spread out. We've got flamie again, just using that distance to... He's got a tight angle there to try and minimize the chance of him getting pop flashed. Just like you saw there, in fact, that pop flash went and flashed the Deponeret teammate as opposed to flamie. So good positioning from him, trying to hold an angle, use the range as much as possible, and get some information. So the bomb is going to rotate out of T-spawn finally towards the B area, where we have an aggressive position from FeTiSh and aizy. So we have baiting and trade frags possible here from the CTs. There's the first peek from FeTiSh. Nothing else going to happen for them as they go up against 3. Up close and personal. 1 frag only for the T's there, as Kjaerbye is suddenly the last person remaining. He may be able to pick up a rifle in the apps. However, Kucher's turning around with that AWP. Nobody... Okay, he's going to watch the back. So Kjaerbye going to start to creep, and creeping may make it a lot easier for this AWP flag to come in, but kucher just looking away at the wrong time. He's got to rely on his teammates to look at short in the other areas. Looking away will make that frag a little bit harder. Angel coming in to clean things up there, and Kjaerbye will not pick up a rifle.
He will not be able to. I believe that HellRaisers actually moved the rifle along the apartments just so he can sneak in and pick it up there. Nico this round having to settle for just a scout instead of the big green AWP. So he's going to be obviously a lot more mobile, but has to hit these headshots if he wants to get a kill.
Indeed. So, looking at the money now. Again, still not spectacular for either team. Expecting another slow round from HellRaisers here. Again, they wait until it's almost impossible, and then they make it seem very possible.
Ooh, that was a nice grenade coming out of flamie there. Catching Pimp as he went up the ladder. 4 versus 3. Deponeret make it 4 versus 2.
Okay, so Deponeret getting back into the match now with this mix by Nico. Still unable to upgrade his scout to anything more significant. Kucher still rolling with the AWP at the moment. Then there's the first frag onto the A bomb site, but there's 2 players left for Deponeret. One of them is going to be Kjaerbye, shooting him in the face. So flamie versus 3. Nico quite tagged. This is still doable for flamie. 45 seconds on the clock as well, with all the CTs in the same place. That was a lot of time, but Nico going to get that scout, looking for the AWP. Not going to find it. And it's 4-7 in favour of HellRaisers.
That was a nice aggressive push from Deponeret up towards mid area, getting them 2 early frags. And it kind of drew their attention away from the A-bomb sites. HellRaisers were able to get 1 frag there, but Deponeret able to hold strong as they come into this 12th round now. Just starting things off by tagging Nico, who was trying to get the pick from window.
Okay, we've got pop flashes coming into the mid area from short. Big presence from the T, so Dosia is going to spot someone on short, and Angel going to throw the nade there, but it's going to be FeTiSh on short. No damage done to him from that nade.
Dosia is going to try and get him through the sheet metal, and he does so. So HellRaisers get the first frag here, and aizy's now going to have to push up and maybe take FeTiSh's position. But he feels like he can't because of the terrorist presence that is on short.
Pimp looking for some information in lower A, and that will allow his teammates to concentrate on connector and mid/B. Dosia looking for the opening onto the A bomb site, and he finds it. 2 players remaining versus 5 now. HellRaisers doing death by paper cuts right now on the Deponeret team. Nico in mid with the scout, goes straight for the head and finds Dosia. So great play by him. Could go and pick up a rifle. Indeed he will on the second attempt. He can be very, very glitchy indeed sometimes. So Pimp positioned to go for exit frags. And it will be Nico just to save in Palace.
Yeah, just trying to get what they can from this round. They know they can't retake this 2 versus 4, especially when you have the AWP and the 3 AKs on that B bomb site. It's going to be really hard for you to get in there and penetrate and get the defuse. They're just taking the smart option here, saving the weapons and seeing if they can get an exit frag here.
Speaking of AWP, do we have a second, or is there a push into Palace? Okay, we may have to come back to this later as Nico's in a sneaky position. Oh, but the silence has given him away again. This time he finds the frag. But again, guys, be very aware when you are hiding of the M4A1S. The silencer on that gun can expose your position. You have to aim with your crosshair into a wall. Otherwise, it will get you into trouble. So another mixed bag for Deponeret. FAMAS, Scout, M4S, Deagle, second M4S.
Angel though, 7 HP. He gets tagged up very, very hard by the grenaders. They're going to go for a 2-man push here through T-steps. flamie picks one, not able to find the other. A 1-for-1 trade in this situation for Deponeret is okay for them, especially considering the damage they've done to the other HellRaisers members.
Right, still in control of the bomb are HellRaisers. Only 1-man loss of both sides, but any push will be hard for HellRaisers as Angel 7 HP, kucher 26, although he is the one rocking the AWP, so his health doesn't matter as much as it would if he had an AK or other gun. All he needs is 1 shot to the chest on any player, and they are going to die. Bomb again is just resting in T-spawn as HellRaisers make a decision on what they want to do. Got to make sure the bomb is safe. No bomb carrier gets caught in an awkward position. and no information is given to the CTs, as once again we emerge towards the A bomb site. Are we going to have nades from the team this time? They've got 2 smokes. AdreN getting a pick though. They could just play fast off that. Dosia is smoked off in connector at the moment.
They could indeed just rush straight into this site. Dosia's found himself some space, some breathing room. It's going to be Kjaerbye could have been dangerous there, but AdreN able to pick him off as aizy flashes up, able to get 1 kill. Thought he had the second there, so turned away, but Dosia did remain alive. Nico going to try and find a rifle here, maybe see if he can save anything.
This scout has survived for so many rounds.
Yeah, I think we've only seen 1 kill with it, however, so it's not been the greatest weapon, as he will now get dropped.
And out of nowhere, Dosia to finish him off and put an end to the scout shenanigans. 2 rounds remaining in this first half, and we thought Deponeret might be able to get back into it, but it should be 9-4 to them. It is in fact 9-4 to HellRaisers on the T side. aizy now with the Mag 7. We've seen lots of force buys here from the CTs, and it hasn't paid off for them. We'll see if this does. Again, I think we're going to probably see the Super Mario Brothers position from aizy. Going to be picking every so often to try and get some frags, but HellRaisers potentially expecting a Nico going for a shock and awe on the A bomb site.
Yep, and initially they traded 2 for 2, and then the cavalry turned up, and they're able to force their way in with just aizy left, and he no longer stands. So HellRaisers get the second to last round in this half, and even now Deponeret don't really have much to play with.
And scout once more for Nico. Let's see if it can win them any rounds, as he may be going up against an AWP. He's the only person with a primary gun on the counter-terrorist side here, so this is the ropiest of ropey buys. We're going to have a teammate flashing him in, but there is nobody to be found there. We're going to have one person just holding an angle. That's going to be Angel, peeking every so often, as opposed to just continually holding an angle where he could get pre-fired by a scout deagle or other weapon. So, presence of 3 CTs in mid at the moment. Angel still being passive, but starting to peek out a little bit.
Angel's actually held this position quite a bit throughout this game. He's just hung back, waiting for the aggressive push, and now Nico spotted him out. He knows that Nico isn't really much of a threat with this scout, as one of his teammates did join him and they are able to pick up the frag. aizy now tagged down low. He has a deagle in his hand, able to find 1, has 2 bullets left in that deagle, but not able to find the second frag. Interestingly,
they still haven't seen the bomb. You can see how far back it's been left, so FeTiSh doesn't really know if it's going to be A or B. You can see him just loitering in the mid area as opposed to fully supporting his teammate on the B bomb site. That's going to be advantage HellRaisers for denying them vision of that bomb. It's going to be Kjaerbye versus 3, as FeTiSh is a few seconds away. They haven't detected him on the site just yet. I think he's been seen now, going through the smoke, not going to get the frag. He's going to go down. FeTiSh on short. Rather than plant the bomb, flamie will whip the gun back out. It is the last round, so it's all about the frags in that situation. 11-4, HellRaisers on the T side, and as long as the pistol doesn't go crazy, I think we may be looking at 3 maps here.
Yeah, it's more than likely now. HellRaisers, if they win the pistol, they're in very good standing to take this to a 3rd map, but Deponeret need it to have a chance of taking this 1-2-0. HellRaisers are now on the favoured side, so it would be strange if they're able to let Deponeret come back into this.
Yeah, but if Deponeret can win the pistol, they do have Nico on their side, and he could turn on a can opener. This is an open map, which is favourable to an AWP on either side. So it's all to play for here in the first round of half number 2. In map number 2 of this best of 3, 4-man push towards the A site from Deponeret, as they have somebody rotating from the apps. That's going to be FeTiSh. He's going to be quite a while away, going through T-spawn now. Bomb has been planted. Kucher with the first frag.
Yeah, Pimp does return it onto Dosia though, as Kucher goes looking for more and finds it onto Pimp. 4 versus 3. Nico goes looking for frags and finds one onto AdreN. As aizy doing his best to defend here against members of HellRaisers. There's 2 of them on the site. Now it's just 1. Great pick there from Nico. He's on 3 kills. Can he find the 4th? Yes, he can, onto flamie. And Deponeret take the pistol round.
Deponeret win the pistol, and now it's all to play for. Let's see if HellRaisers go for the Force or an Eco. It would be a ropey Force with 2 players on 1400 HP. I think it's going to be the full... Oh, no, indeed. They are going to go for the very super late buy there. Angel with the scout. Going to be peeking mid. But it is going to be, looks like a rush straight onto the A-bomb site.
And AdreN and Dosia combining to get 2 frags. AdreN looking for more here. Able to find it as well. Looking for even more, but that's a little bit too much.
The confidence on this HellRaisers side. A full-on A-rush here from Deponeret versus Pistols, but the Pistols putting in work at the moment, and now this is looking dangerous for Deponeret. They still have time to rotate the bomb to B, though. However, they have no idea where these remaining 2 CTs are. FeTiSh just checking for the flank while his teammate holds a passive position with the bomb in the palace area. Now, the silence of the Ts may suggest to the CTs that there is a rotation as well, so this can work both ways, but they're going to re-engage now. And Angel
jumping shot, that was from the scout, and able to get another one as well.
Okay, so it was a good start for Deponeret, but it's all fallen apart. It's like a dog running through a Jenga tower. Just a mess all over the floor right now as HellRaisers move within 4 rounds of taking game number 2. And of course we're going to see double MP9s, even on a nice open map like Mirage. So let's see if these will pay off. Going to see Dosia up close and personal on the A-bomb site, bouncing off those pop flashes, which can be very effective with a good spawn. Nobody there to engage though. flamie on the B-bomb site. That nade's going to help him out as well. He could get quite a few frags here, in fact. Only gets 1. Kucher getting a second one elsewhere as it goes to a 4 versus 2 now. They're not going to get the bomb. They went for the bomb plant on the A-bomb site, actually, but HellRaisers did not leave them an open bomb site.
Deponeret tried selling the fake by rushing 4 members traps in an attempt to make it look like we're on an eco, we just need to get this bomb down, and left aizy over towards A, but HellRaisers, they're a little bit smarter than that. They don't need 4 members to defend with proper primary weapons against pistols. They kept 2 members back, and now flamie, as if an SMG wasn't enough, he's going for the auto shotty.
flamie has the most outrageous purchasing. I feel like somebody has rebound his numbers on his keyboard, because he's gone for the auto shotty. Dosia looked probably more flash than we saw on our screen there, because he was just facing the wall. That was a free kill for FeTiSh, and they have gone for the force buy here. We're seeing an angle being held by a CT on short. That is going to be Angel with the scout, and Kjaerbye takes down AdreN, so this round not going to go very well. And now flamie might be in a difficult situation with this auto shotty. This is what I'm talking about. For his initial intentions with it, it may be good, but now there is no push in in B apps, and he's not close. What is he going to do with this auto shotty?
It's also strange that they went for the auto shotty and the scout when they probably knew they were up against a buy round from Deponeret.
Yeah, so it's an auto shotty versus a Galil, an AWP, an AK, another AWP, and another AK.
It's not the best.
No, it's not.
And they're going to have to save these weapons as well, because there's nothing else they can really do here. Angel might be able to get a pick.
You can't go for a 2v5 retake with a scout and an auto shotty.
Well, you probably could in matchmaking, but this is HellRaisers and Deponeret. Far, far from matchmaking.
So this match not over yet as Deponeret punish HellRaisers' bizarre buy and get a bomb plant to boot. All players surviving 2 AWPs. I mean, this could hardly be better for them.
Yeah, 2 AWPs on this T side. That means they can quick peek mid with it. They can quick peek out of apps, T steps. They could get entry frags wherever they want on the map. Right now, FeTiSh doesn't have the greatest of spawn for it. flamie sticking with this auto shotty.
Let's just roll with flamie. This guy's crazy, man. So he's going to go over to B, and he's going to have nobody to engage, as you can see on your radar. FeTiSh opening the proceedings with a frag onto Angel. And, ooh, that looks nasty.
This is not looking good for HellRaisers. They're on an eco round, yes, but they could try and get 1 or 2 kills. AdreN with the deagle here, playing deep in CT spawn.
The auto shotty is 2200, I think.
Yeah.
And the FAMAS is 2250. So unless flamie was lacking $50, I don't see...
My assumption would be they thought it was up against the Nico and flamie just wanted some easy cash.
Wanted to make some paper, yeah. It is a fun weapon. It did get buffed as well a few months ago. So not to be sniffed at in certain situations, but problem is when that situation does not arise and things don't go right for your team elsewhere, it leaves you in a compromising situation. However, we do see HellRaisers are still 3 rounds away from victory and have a 6-round advantage. So did have a bit of buffer for shenanigans, but now it's game time as Kucher pulls out the AWP. flamie limited to a FAMAS that maybe he could have bought earlier on instead of an auto shotty.
And he is looking towards these apps areas. That nade's going to just hit FeTiSh for a little bit of HP there. As Deponeret trying to get a feel for how HellRaisers are setting this one up.
You can see FeTiSh, he's aiming his crosshair for a barrel jump. And you can see the other place you aim your crosshair is on the left where flamie just jumped up on the left side of the van. So I think he's going to go for a right-click flashbang. Indeed he is. Goes for the peek as well. Not going to see FeTiSh, may see his teammate. Goes for a pop flash, misses the window. And it's a bit Benny Hill towards the B bomb site right now.
Yep, as Deponeret going to fall back from this one and maybe rethink their options here. Kjaerbye still sitting in apartment in Palace, seeing if he can find anyone going aggressive, sweeping through the spawn, but Dosia silent, sees the bomb get dropped across, gets 2 frags, as Kjaerbye looking to get there first on the board there, but not able to find it.
Bayali will be proud of that play in apps by Dosia. FeTiSh is the only one remaining now, gets 1 frag, so there's a bit of a consolation. HellRaisers controlling 2 AWPs now, stolen the idea from the other side. So FeTiSh doing what he can, but I think his time is limited here, 10 seconds, and he should try to escape before he dies after the clock. That would just make things even worse for him. He's still hunting for frags though, manages to find one more, being out the C zone as well, versus 3. Dies after the clock, so I think worse for him than it will be for the CT side.
Yeah, but they are still able to get a buy together here. Nico picking up the AWP, FeTiSh with the AK. So we'll see how this one goes. HellRaisers 2 rounds away from winning this one now. Deponeret need to stop this potential match point in its tracks as FeTiSh gets smoked off, but he doesn't care for the smoke, just going to push right on through and gets the frag on AdreN.
Okay, early start there, but Kucher gets a frag of his own in the mid area on Pimp. So 4 versus 4, and a bit of GoTV lag later. We are in an entirely different area, as B bomb site was empty and someone was in apps on the T side. Now there's a CT and a B bomb site and nobody in apps on the T side. So looks like Deponeret are setting up for an A push here. We do have a CT that's going to be Kucher still in control of connector area, just with the counter flash. So it looks like they're expecting a push to come in here from the T's. But with 40 seconds on the clock, they are still being slow. We still have aizy loitering around the mid to short area, possibly looking to flank the rotating CTs.
Dosia puts a stop to that, as does Kucher, as it's just aizy left now. Spots 1 player but gets taken out by Kucher. 15-7, match point now to HellRaisers, and to take it to a 3rd map, which will be Dust 2.
Yeah, game point as opposed to match, but 1-0 in favour of Deponeret at the moment. So, double AWPs again for the HellRaisers team. Deagle, Scout, Kirill, AK for Deponeret. They'll do what they can. This fast rush may give them the opening they need, and that's Kjaerbye taking down AdreN straight away. Dosia getting the trade frag though, and HellRaisers with more and more frags. I think this one's going to be over soon.
Yeah, it's just Nico and Pimp left. Now it's just Nico left with this Scout. He's going to try and get some jumping shots. Gets one onto Dosia, but everyone knows where he is. Kucher finishes him off, and HellRaisers take the 2nd map, 16-7.
Okay, so we are going all the way with this best of 3 people, and hopefully that pistol has finally been claimed by one of our lovely subs. Indeed it has, so congratulations to you, and congratulations to HellRaisers. I'm quite curious, what do you think about these crazy MP9 buys from HellRaisers?
On Inferno, if I recall, it kind of worked for them, but
Quad MP9.
This time on Mirage, flamie, I think could have maybe tilted a little bit there, because the auto shotty just not realizing what buy he was up against, and he really paid the price for it, having 2 rounds with that auto shotgun, not getting any kills. It's a big loss.
Yeah, that said, they did have a big lead and won anyway. But let me know what you guys think of those MP9 and auto shotty buys on Twitter. In the meantime, we will see you on the other side with map 3.